Hey Allison, how are you? I was able to get a fair amount of the model done over the past few days. I spent a good amount of time on it, so hopefully it's looking pretty good for you. This is the image that we were kind of basing finishes and colors off of. And here, I'll show you what I got so far. Haven't totally finished. I think there's still some kind of refinements and a couple things to do with the landscaping. But to be honest with you, I'm not sure what kind of level of finish these sets of renderings need, and also like how in depth you want me to go with landscaping. I've done some over here and not too much on the other side. So just as we go, if there's any notes that you have or want to send me, totally, you know, open for whatever you feel like it needs. So I think on this front elevation, everything's pretty good, pretty balanced as far as materials and colors go. As we kind of go around the corner here, one thing that I was kind of dealing with on a couple of these faces, because there was no kind of information about what the finishes are on those side elevations. Um, Not sure how much you want to break up these kind of elevation faces because it was just getting a little flat. So I thought that we already have the kind of precedent of these cedar shingles. Maybe this will be put a little trim band and then those shingles can go up here. Works fine. Also, I don't know about how you want to continue the treatment of this painted brick. If it wraps around kind of the whole stem wall with the Rolock, or you wanted to do something different. Kind of just took my best guess at it. Um, I know there's a couple little adjustments I need to make, so there's some trim uh, inconsistencies here, so you can ignore those. Um, and then getting to the back, this is the screened in porch, obviously. Oops. And again, kind of breaking up this big kind of forehead with this lap band, or sorry, this trim band, and then the cedar shingles up here, which I think works pretty well. One thing that I wanted to point out is that, in this elevation, there's a good balance of materials, and I think on the others it might be a little more forward with this, which was working kind of as like more almost as like an accent, or at least balanced in terms of the other materials. There's just a lot more siding on the other elevations, so not sure if you wanted to address that or change that somehow, or if you're comfortable with it. Um, I could see where it's just your call. Okay, so here's where we actually there was one kind of discrepancy, or I didn't fully understand what was going on in plan. I can show you, where are we? So it looks like over here, um, and this is what I was going off of. I know you're indicating your roof overhang here, or an overhead exterior, framing condition here. And then on the second, but I just wasn't sure if that was like if you're throwing in like a cantilever or what exactly is going on with this corner. Right now it's just framed up square, so it's not like to your plan. I'm also not sure, maybe this isn't really that big of a deal. Um, but you'll see in the rendering that that's a little crunched. These windows and this awning window here. So I'm not sure if this is supposed to come out and cantilever over. Uh, just wasn't a detail I was super familiar with. I don't know if that changes our, let's see. Oops, there we go. Our roof condition. Yeah, so that would change the roof a bit. Yeah, so I don't know how we would address the roof here if we want a consistent angle. It could be something I'm not, to be honest, I'm not super familiar with. I've seen some people do some magical things with roofs, especially like at different plate heights and that sort of thing. So if you have an idea about how to address this, just let me know. Um, yeah, obviously I haven't done too much landscaping here, and I can certainly throw some bushes and shrubs along here. Also, there wasn't a note or any indication of how you wanted to kind of treat the steps here. I thought this would work fine as we're going into the mudroom versus our garage kind of entrance. And that's kind of it. So yeah, if you have any comments or questions or want me to just keep going, also how like I could probably throw in some blocking for the houses next nearby, and I'll throw in some more trees so we're not looking like we're in the middle of a big old field here. More of a suburban context. I can throw a couple more buildings in there so it just looks a little more contextually appropriate. So anyway, hope this is looking good to you, and let me know any feedback. Thanks.